Good day. In today's video, we will be discussing Itinerary to Spain of Jose Rizal. Let us first discuss the objectives of this topic. Number 1, discuss the itinerary of Jose Rizal to Spain. Number 2, analyze the experiences of Jose Rizal's itinerary to Spain. And number 3, appreciate the lesson from Rizal's itinerary to Spain. Now, I'd like you to listen to this song.
You were the word at the beginning, one with God the Lord Most High. Your hidden glory in creation, now revealed in you, our Christ. What a beautiful name it is. What a beautiful name it is. You sing. He didn't want heaven without us. So Jesus, you brought heaven down. My sin was great, your love was greater. What could separate us now? What a wonderful name it is. What a wonderful name it is. The name of Jesus Christ, my King. What a wonderful name it is. Nothing compares to this. What a wonderful name it is. The name of Jesus. What a wonderful name it is. The name of Jesus. How sweet is your name, how good you are. I love to sing of your name, Lord. Love to sing of who you are. Death could not hold you. The veil tore before you. You silenced the boast of sin and grave. The heavens are roaring, the praise of your glory. For you are raised to life again. You have no rival, you have no equal, now and forever.
right. So, were you blessed by that song? Yes, of course. Actually, I know that some of you are asking what is the relationship of that particular song to our discussion. Well, to tell you honestly, the song actually summarizes the whole lesson itself, the itinerary of Rizal to Spain. So later on, I will explain to the class why this particular song is the summary of all uh, of what is be or what is being discussed or what will be discussed today on this particular topic. Now again, this is actually a praise or a worship song. So a worship song is usually a form of prayer for some. Of course, regardless of our different denomination or religious affiliation, we know and we were taught how to pray to the God that we know that exists. All right, so uh, let's move on. For you to be able to know the relationship of this topic. All right, so the relationship of this song to our topic. All right. So again, as mentioned in 1882, Rizal stopped attending school uh, in UST. Now, as mentioned also in our previous discussion, that there were three main reasons why Rizal stopped schooling or attending class in UST. The first reason, medicine was not his real love as for a profession. He just followed the instruction of his father to become a doctor to, of course, to cure the ailing eyesight of his mother. Number two, he was dissatisfied by the way the Dominican Spanish teachers uh, treated the Filipino student like him during those particular times. And number three, Rizal, while studying at UST, met distractions along the way. And one of the distractions that were made mention uh, by different authors was Rizal's fascination with women. All right. We also discussed last time that Rizal was involved in courting and engaging himself in a relationship with different women while he was studying in UST. Now, those were only the background of what happened to Rizal's education in UST before he left the Philippines for Spain. So for today's discussion, uh, we will try to analyze the itinerary of Rizal from Manila to Spain. All right. From Manila, Rizal boarded the Salvador to Singapore. At first, he felt very sad leaving his family and country. He tried to observe people and things around him and noted many Spaniards speaking travelers spoke ill of the Philippines. Of course, it's common emotion that when a person is separated from a family member, uh, the usual is you tend to get uh, to be sad. All right. So, and also Rizal observed that there were many Spanish-speaking uh, travelers uh, speak their views with regards to the management of the Philippines by the Spaniards. To entertain himself, he made sketches of his fellow passengers and things he saw along the way. So he was very curious, and of course, to satisfy his boredom, he made sketches of the people around him. He made funny jokes and sketches of the people around him. After 1 week, the cruiser docked at Singapore. Rizal stayed for 2 days in Singapore. He visited botanical garden, art galleries, parks, and some historical spots during his 2 day stay. Next, from Singapore, Rizal boarded the ship the Jimena, which shall ferry him to France. With him on this ship were French-speaking nationals. The ship had its stopover at Point Gali in Ceylon, Aden, and Port Said at Suez Canal. The steamer reached Naples on June 11, 1882. Rizal was impressed with Naples, Italy, for its panoramic beauty and, of course, its lively people, according to Zaide and Zaide in 1999. Alright, next. From Naples, the steamer sailed to France. It docked at the harbor of Marseilles on June 12, 1882. Rizal was impressed by the courtesy of the customs police. Rizal felt the respect coming from the customs police of France. He was likewise enchanted by its graceful and impressive building and the courtesy and refined manners of the Frenchmen. So he was fascinated by how the Frenchmen deal with foreigners or treated foreigners like him. Alright, next. From Marseilles, Rizal took the train to Barcelona. On June 16, 1882, Rizal reached Barcelona. At first, Rizal had a negative impression of the city and its people. Why? Because the people in Barcelona during those times are free to express themselves uh, with regards to anything that they would like to say. Unlike here in the Philippines during those time of Rizal, wherein it's the opposite of the situation in Barcelona, wherein the freedom of speech is not allowed by the Spanish authorities here in the Philippines during those times. Alright, at first, and then he became to like Barcelona due to the free balance of freedom and liberalism in the city and the good qualities demonstrated by its residents, especially their hospitality and courage. Alright, along the way, Rizal appreciated the opportunity of be given to speak freely and to speak about liberalism. All right. All right. So let's summarize this discussion. What were the benefits of the itinerary of Rizal to himself? Now, you might be wondering, has it been beneficial for Rizal uh, traveling alone, observing people, making jokes out of those people just to satisfy his boredom? Uh, yes, somehow it has been beneficial for Rizal. Why? First, he was, or his faith in religion and his faith in God was renewed when he was traveling from Manila to Spain. Why? Because he became oriented with different religion. So he attended born again preaching. He attended he attended uh, the the church service of different religion, and he realized that uh, he can actually speak to God directly instead of praying or asking for the intercession of the saints. So now, in relation to the previous song that I have attached in this PowerPoint, uh, Rizal's faith was rejuvenated because of his travel, or because of his itinerary from Manila to Spain. Why? Because he realized that he can actually talk to God directly instead of intercession coming or asking intercession from the saint. He realizes that God can God's presence can be felt in any place in the world even outside the church. All right. So the second one, he was able to overcome his inferiority complex against the Spaniards. So why? Again, as mentioned, his experience while studying in UST uh, deteriorate his confidence as a human being. And because of this, he was able to develop his inferiority complex. Now, on his travel, he was able to overcome his inferiority complex uh, by uh, talking to the Spanish speaking or to the Spaniards that were boarded in the ship where he uh, is also boarded. Uh, he realizes that they are common human beings and with flaws, all right, with strength and weaknesses, and they are co-equal in the sense of privilege and in the eyes of God. All right. So if we relate it to the present time, what lesson can we attain from the itinerary of Rizal to Spain? Now, relating this particular topic to our present times, especially now that we are under a pandemic, or especially if you're having a very difficult problem in your lives, or especially now that you're facing so much stress. So, sometimes it is suggested and doctors suggest that uh, human beings also need a break. So if you have an opportunity to go to different places, but of course, because we have a pandemic now, uh, we are prohibited, or people are prohibited to move from one place to another. But if you have the opportunity and if the pandemic ends, so if you have the opportunity to travel, go then, because uh, it it need your body needs refreshment, and your body needs rejuvenation and relaxation. Or if you have any form of relaxation in your own way, you can do it. All right, as mentioned in our previous discussion, right time, right place, right people. All right, now what is the relationship of this if we relate this uh, the lesson of this lesson to business? What is the relationship of this topic to business? All right. So, as mentioned, if you're a businessman or if you are engaged in business, and you're experiencing so much stress because of your business, maybe it's high time that you take a break. All right, because health is wealth, and uh, no matter how much money you earn, or no matter how much you make your bank account fat, uh, our health is very important, because uh, health cannot be bought. All right. So with that, class dismissed. Bye.